Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Nuz and today I'm showing you my kind of excessive presser foot collection. I have definitely bought more than I needed, especially as a beginner, and honestly most people don't need this many. So let's talk about which ones are worth it and which ones you can skip. I'm also doing a 15-part series right after this showing how to use each one in real sewing projects. So stay tuned. Starting off with wide hem foot. These came in a set of three, half an inch, 3/4 inch, and 1 inch. I originally got them to hem skirts, pants, and sleeves, but honestly, I have barely used them. Wide hems are pretty easy to do without a special foot. They might come in handy for bigger projects like hemming bed sheets, though, but for everyday sewing, not a must have. The fringe foot. This one's designed for making fringes or loop embroidery, but I actually bought it as a substitute for the satin stitch foot. Interestingly, if you remove the middle metal bar, it works just like a satin stitch foot. It's helpful for embroidery and for patching lace, and mainly helps the fabric glide smoothly under the foot without catching. Overcast or overedge foot. Super useful if you don't own a serger. It helps finish fabric edges neatly with a zigzag stitch. That said, if you already have a zigzag foot or any foot with a wide needle opening, you can achieve similar results. Gathering foot. I had high hopes for this one, especially for gathering chiffon, but it was a struggle. It works a bit better with cotton, but overall, I find the classic method, which is 2 rows of basting stitches and manual gathering, way easier and neater. The standard zipper foot. This came with my sewing machine and it's super handy for sewing regular zippers. In the beginning, I even used it for invisible zippers, but now I definitely prefer the actual invisible zipper foot. Invisible zipper foot. I love this foot. It holds the zipper teeth out of the way so you can stitch super close for that truly invisible finish. If you use invisible zippers often, like I do, it's totally worth getting. Blind hem foot. Another one that came with my machine. I use it a lot, mainly for understitching linings, necklines, sleeves, and hems. Also great for attaching waistbands very neatly. Definitely recommend getting this. Button foot. I haven't used this one yet, but it's meant for attaching buttons. This came with the sewing machine as well. I probably wouldn't have bought it myself since I rarely use buttons. I prefer fabric covered ones, so get them if your project calls for it. Adjustable guide open toe foot. I use this often. The guide helps with consistent seam allowances up to 1.5 inches. Plus, the open toe lets you see clearly where you're stitching. The only downside, the guide can snag on fabric during top stitching. The zigzag foot. This is my go-to foot for most stitches. It came with my sewing machine and works for a wide range of stitches, not just zigzag. If you only use one foot for a while, this is probably it. Narrow hem foot came in a set of three. I haven't used the 3mm one since I haven't worked with very light fabrics yet. The 4mm was great for hemming a silk bias skirt, and the 6mm worked well on cotton shirts and sleeves. These feet speed up the hemming process but aren't strictly necessary. The narrow zipper foot. This one's slimmer than the standard zipper foot. I got it specifically for attaching ornate or beaded lace, especially on South Asian outfits like lehengas or kameez. It lets you stitch close enough without hitting the beads. Roller foot. I bought this for my first velvet project, thinking it would help the fabric glide smoothly, but spoiler, it didn't. It's actually meant for leather and other sticky or textured material, which I didn't know and bought it without any research. Elastic foot. I still don't know what possessed me to buy this. Elastic is already easy to attach without a special foot. Maybe I'm just not using it correctly. In any case, it's been sitting in my box ever since, just like the roller foot. Open toe walking foot. This was the most expensive one I have bought so far, and it's from the main company Brother. It's helpful for bulky seams or slippery fabrics, especially when you can't lower your feet dogs. I use it occasionally and appreciate it, but it's not something you have to get right away. And And that's my presser foot collection. Let me know in the comments which presser foot you love or regret buying. And don't forget to check out my playlist on how to actually use them in your sewing projects. See you in the next video. Happy sewing!